And welcome back. It is time for another set of picks. We got a bunch of midweek games going on. We got to get some locks in there for those. It was a great week last week. Another just awesome one. We've won 3 of the last 4 weeks. The 1 week we lost, it was a 6 and 7 week. We were down just a unit. Really been heating up as of late. Let's recap last week though, real quick. Starts out Liberty minus 16 loss, but New Mexico State, Jacksonville State over 58.5 win. Coastal Carolina, JMU under 61.5 win. Louisiana Tech minus 4.5 win. Northwestern Maryland over 45 a win. South Carolina, Alabama over 50 a win. Wake Forest plus 20.5. That was a loss. Looking good for a little, but we lost. Washington money line loss. Army first drive touchdown, free money there. That's a win. Oklahoma team total under 17.5. That's a win. Louisville minus 7 was a loss. UCF money line was a loss. Northern Illinois plus 3 win. UTSA Rice over 50 a win. North Texas minus 6.5 a loss. Florida team total under 20.5. That's a win. Ohio State minus 3 is a loss. Ole Miss LSU under 62.5 is a win. Vanderbilt plus 13.5 is a win. Man, Vandy's been awesome. I've thrown free bets on him the last 2 weeks, money line, making me money there, but definitely some awesome stuff right here. Last week, we were 12-7, up 3.94 units. That puts us at 61, 56, and 3. Just 0.97 units so far, but it's definitely going to keep going up. We're going to keep moving, and we're going to start on Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we've got Louisiana Tech and New Mexico State's the game I'm looking at. Louisiana Tech 2-2 against the spread so far as a favorite. One of those against the FBS opponent. That was last week. They were awesome last week. Meanwhile, New Mexico State's been dreadful. They're 1-5 against the spread, 1-5 overall. They're giving up a ton of points. They have been strong in the second half, though. They could climb back into this one, but it's going to take a lot of points. I think Louisiana Tech could cover, but the best play in this one, we're going to take the over. Over 49.5, minus 115 on ESPN. Moving to Western Kentucky and Sam Houston on Wednesday night. This is the biggest game Sam Houston's played as an FBS school against a perennial threat to win the conference in Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky offense has not been as high-flying as normal this year, but the defense is still making big plays. They're 22nd in the nation in takeaways per game. When Western Kentucky gets short fields, they've taken advantage this year. While Sam Houston defense is solid, this is going to come down to the turnover battle. Take Western Kentucky plus 3.5, minus 115 on Fanatics. Moving to FIU and UTEP that night. Not only has UTEP been bad this year going 0-6, they're 1-5 against the spread. The only cover is losing by 18 to Liberty. FIU is 4-2 against the spread this year, including covering each of the last 2 games. FIU's not been great on offense this year, but the defense is much better than the defense of UTEP. Further, while UTEP's 115th in the nation in opponent points against, they are 128th in the nation in points scored per game. FIU's not great, but they're better in this one. FIU minus 6.5, minus 110 on MGM. Thursday, we got Georgia State and Marshall. Both defensive units have struggled this year. Georgia State's given up fewer points per game. Marshall's giving up fewer yards per game. The major difference in this game is going to come down to offense. Georgia State 103rd in the nation in points per game this year, while sitting 82nd in the nation on third down conversion. Meanwhile, Marshall 68th in the nation in points per game, 58th in third down conversion. Further, Marshall's been solid on defense on third down this year, sitting 24th in the nation in defensive third down conversions. Take Marshall in this one. Marshall minus 8.5. Minus 110 on FanDuel. And then we get an ACC battle on Thursday night. We got Virginia Tech hosting Boston College. Boston College exceeded expectations so far this year. They already have 4 wins on the year and had a preseason win total of just 4.5. Still, since starting 3-0 against the spread, they're 0-2-1 since. The under this year for them is 1-5 this year. The only time they've covered overall, or the only overall has been against an FCS team in Duquesne. Virginia Tech 3-3 against the spread this year. They've covered in their last 2. The over's 4-2 this year in 6 games. I like Virginia Tech to put up points. For as solid as Boston College has been, Virginia Tech's been the better team as of late. They're going to get the win. Virginia Tech -6.5, -110 on FanDuel. Let's recap. We got Louisiana Tech, New Mexico State over 49.5. Western Kentucky +3.5. FIU -6.5. Marshall -8.5. Virginia Tech -6.5. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back later this week for pick for Friday and for an awesome Saturday slate. We're going to keep climbing over Mount 500. Join us then.